Your business will grow as much as your mindset allows it. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Mind Engineer Community. Here, Tommy Walker sharing insight and tools to help you understand how the mind will get in the way of you scaling your business. I've been an entrepreneur for now 28, 29 years. Sorry about that, more or less, since 1998. Okay, so it's, yeah, 28 years now. And I struggled for many years with my business and I didn't know what was going on. In 2003, I launched my first business, started going okay in the market. I started doing pretty well, but I still felt stuck and I wasn't being able to take my business further, right? And it was in 2009 when I met a woman that started sharing about mindset and how the mind has programs that are running the show in the background that we're not even aware of. Carl Jung, a very well-known psychologist, would say, if you don't make conscious what is in the subconscious, what is in the subconscious is going to run your life and you're going to call it destiny. And if you look at the numbers are scary of how many entrepreneurs don't make it. Whether it's in the first year, in the second year, in the third year, lots never start or are never able to really make a business out of what they're trying to do. It stays as a hobby. So I've been studying the mind now for 17 years. And what I've seen over and over again is how businesses are not growing because of the mindset of a person. And how people think, oh, I just do positivity, I just do affirmations, gratitude, and that's going to solve the problem. If you look at the numbers, they're scary. And nowadays, if you look at most gurus out there are most of them teaching you affirmations, visualizations, positivity, affirmation, whatever it is, variations. But if most people are not being able to make changes, what is going on? That's what we got to start thinking. If we're doing what we're doing and it's not working, continuing doing what we're doing is not going to change anything. We need to start doing something different. And that's why I created this. And I've been helping entrepreneurs for a long time now to help them understand their mind and how their biggest asset is working against them in most cases. Yes, it is working against you because the truth is the mind is trying to protect you from pain. Whatever that is, the mind is trying to protect you from pain. So imagine if you want to get out there and start, creating videos. Most people that I talk in business owners, they don't like doing videos. And it has nothing to do with not liking doing videos or not knowing how to do videos, because the truth is it has nothing to do with that. That is the excuse the mind is using not to go deeper. So as I said in the title, your business will grow as far as your mindset allows it. What that means is we all have been programmed since childhood. From 0 to 7 years old, we have been exposed to different environments that created our belief system, that created our identity. And entrepreneurship, and this goes in every aspect of life, but let's talk about entrepreneurship. I have divided people in two main groups. And depending on the area you're analyzing, you could find yourself in one group or the other. Okay, but this is important to start exploring where you might be with your mindset that is holding your business back. So, the two main groups that I have figured out studying the mind for so long and entrepreneurship are the doers and the avoiders. The doers and the avoiders. And have those words describe it already. The doers are the people that do, the people that are able to get the business off the ground, to have a successful business. But what you don't find out from most people, and I've worked with several entrepreneurs that had hit themselves against a brick wall, although they were being successful, they had everything they thought they would need to feel happy, fulfilled, recognized, validated, or whatever you want to call it. Boom, they hit a brick wall and they have a nervous breakdown because they're doing it from the wrong reasons. The doers, the provers, are trying to prove that they're not good enough. They're trying to prove that they're not failures. They're trying to prove that they are that they are good enough, valuable. Those are the doers. And if you look at the world, most people fall on the other category, avoiders. People not showing up for their business, people not talking to others, people not showing what they're doing, people not offering their services, people not doing videos and getting online and showing their face, even if nobody sees it. If you have a very small following, yes, even though that is happening, if you're not doing it, nobody will get to know you. So we have the avoiders. So the provers, the doers, want to prove their value because when they were kids, something happened in their childhood that their parents maybe gave them love or gave love to the sibling that did good, that had good, grades at school, that performed good at sports. So they associated that love comes through performance. That love comes through performance. That is the doers. And you look, Tony Robbins, he normally describes his story on how he was a kid and his mom would beat him up, would have a really, big blow on him, or his sibling, I think he had, I don't remember now, I have a little confusion with different people there, but he talks about his story. So what Tony Robbins went through was very painful for him, so he needed to prove that he was good enough. Then we have the avoiders, kids that were beaten up, were told that they were a failure, they were told that they were a wussy or scared or whatever, and the kid felt so much pain while trying that the mind said it is not worth trying. And that's when you have the avoiders. Again, most people fall in the category of avoiders. So most people that I talk to, they're not showing up, they're not getting their business off the ground, they're not sharing this with people, they're scared of what people are going to say, even if they don't know that they're scared of what people are going to say. It's amazing, but most people are not even aware of what they're scared of. Because when we were kids, we were taught that being scared was wrong. That being scared was you're a wussy, you're, vulnerable, you are, weak. And unfortunately, that created in your mind the idea that feeling scared is wrong. So you have learned to deny your emotions. And fear is part of our life. We are emotional beings that think. We're not thinking beings that have emotions every now and then. We're emotional beings that think. So we need to start diving into those open waters, facing our emotions, because if not, again, your business will grow as far as your mindset lets you. And if you don't start dealing with your emotions, mainly becoming comfortable with your negative emotions, it's going to be very difficult to overcome the challenges that your business is going to take you through. Because it's going to happen if you post a video there that you might get haters, that you might get people judging you, criticizing you. I was hearing the other day, Brené Brown, that she's a well-known, a researcher, a person that have studied shame and leadership and many other things. And she was saying that one of her talks in TED, a lot of people were talking about her weight. Her weight. She talks about leadership. She talks about love. She talks about vulnerability. And people were talking about her weight and were talking about her wrinkles, that she was lacking Botox. People are going to behave how they're going through their own life. If people are struggling in their own life, they're going to attack you, they're going to judge you, they're going to criticize you. But that talks about them, not you. Since I started, I have had many haters. Even when I started one of those businesses in 2003, I had my competition, a guy that, was against me, that had more years in the market. I was just starting, and he sent me some lawyers to try to stop me from teaching some courses that were taught worldwide. But he was trying to scare me because he wanted to have monopoly in that area. And thank God I had good lawyers that I got, I hired some lawyers that told me that what I was doing was okay. I was 24 years old back then. Imagine, running away from that. And I wanted to run away from that. And I have had ups and downs along this way for many years. Right now, I'm going through a lawsuit that I could pay between $2,000 and $30,000. I have no idea. In our country, the legal system is really corrupt, so you don't know what could happen. I'm the employer. I fired an employee, and I told him, hey, you got to get together an accountant, tell me how much money I owe you with, firing, vacations, and we over here, we pay lots of things. And I told him, put all those numbers together and I'll pay you what you deserve. And he decided to come against me for 10 times more than he deserves. 10 times more than what he deserves. And he thinks that he deserves that. Seriously. There's nothing much I can do than just hire some lawyers and go through that. And it's been look at this. It's been 7 years since the lawsuit started. 7 years. And I still don't know. My lawyers don't know. Nobody knows how much money I'm going to have to pay him, if I need to pay him money, because maybe, and I don't know, the judges decide on my favor. I have no idea. That could happen, is a possibility. Also a possibility is paying $2,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. I have no idea. How would you feel if you're going to be sued for maybe $20,000, $30,000? So imagine that. It's not easy going through the entrepreneur journey. There's going to be lots of challenges, and the mind is going to try to protect you from pain. So if you don't work on your mindset, on dealing with your emotions, and it's not about just telling yourself that you shouldn't feel like this or telling yourself you should feel blah, blah, blah. No, that is control. That is still ego. If you don't start really learning about the mind and how to navigate negative emotions, unfortunately, those negative emotions are going to get you stuck and your business is not going to move forward. I've seen it in tons of people. Before starting mindset work, for now, as I said, 28 years, I've been trying, for many years, I tried to become an entrepreneur and I failed at it many times. And I'm in the group of the provers and I need to prove my worth. So I didn't stop because I needed to prove myself, even though it didn't work, even though I crashed many times against the wall, brick wall. I kept on going because of this place of I need to prove myself. But I have also found a lot of people that were the avoiders that were not doing anything for their business and they wanted to have a business. Maybe they had a great idea for a business, but they were never able to get it off the ground because deep down they didn't believe in themselves. They thought they were losers. They were a failure. They were too weak, that they were not able to do it. So they just got stuck and didn't move forward. So a lot of people spend hours or even hundreds, thousands of dollars, whatever that is, to try to get their business off the ground through marketing, sales, advertising, websites. Those are all good, don't get me wrong. But the most important thing you need to at least invest time is this, is the strongest, most valuable machinery that you're going to use to grow your business. But it's going to work to protect you, and it seems that it's against you, but it's to protect you, or help you grow your business. It's up to you how you work on this to help you get your business off the ground, or just crash it and go under in a very fast period of time. So if you want to know more, I invite you to write the word entrepreneur, and I'll share a free training with more insight and tools of the 3 main roadblocks that every entrepreneur is going to hit. And if you have the right mindset, you're going to be able to get through that. If you don't have the right mindset, you're going to get stuck with excuses as I don't have time, I don't know how to do this, this is too difficult. You're going to, procrastinate, fall into perfectionism, not being able to really execute. You're spending hours and hours perfecting your website, perfecting your PDF, perfecting your course, and never launching. Those are surface level excuses the mind uses to not go deeper into the pain. This work that I do, that I present and I'm sharing for a long time now, is one of the most difficult pieces of work that you're going to do in your life, but it is the most rewarding. So I hope you take advantage of this. Let me know what you think in the comments, if this has happened to you, if this is making sense. Are you a prover? Are you an avoider? And what are you doing about it? Let me know. I'll read you in the comments. And if you're liking this, subscribe to the channel so you can get, more insight and tools to help you get your business off the ground. I'm going to share more insight and tools to help more entrepreneurs get off the list of failing with their business and get their business off the ground. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments. I'll read you afterwards. And